Hello, I'm Shan from Yoga Affinity at Home, and I'm bringing you an essential everyday yoga practice. You don't even need a mat for this practice. You don't need any props at all. You can do it if you've just rolled out of bed and if you just need a break in the day. It's just going to get your body moving and get you feeling a little bit freer. So let's start on our backs. Wind it down slowly through the spine. And then if you prefer, you can keep the knees bent here rather than stretch the legs out. Just provides a little bit more support for the back, and the knees can fold in. We'll just start with 3 deep breaths. So breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, breathing in, breathing out. Last time, full breath in, breathing out. Nice. And then blink the eyes open, straighten out the left leg and bring the right knee into the chest. Little tuck of the chin to lengthen the back of the neck and switch on the feet, so flex the feet here. And then take the left hand down by your side, palm down, and guide that right knee out to the side. Watch your hip doesn't roll, so keep the hips square. Back to centre, let's change over. Hug the left knee to the chest, take the right leg long. Right hand down, guide the left knee open. Relax the shoulders. Knee back to the centre, both feet flat, about hip width apart. Bring the arms out to the side, palms up. And then just sway the knees to the right, to the left. Relax those shoulders back, to the right. And this time you can roll the head to the left. Maybe the knees will come a little bit further down. And then over to the centre, roll the head to the right. And back to the centre. Take the knees in, wrap the arms around the shins, flex the feet, inhale. On the exhale, lift up, nose between the knees. And then relax the head back down, hug into a little ball, and just give yourself a few rock and rolls up. Just sitting, finding a comfortable seat here. So you don't have to take cross legs. You can just bring the feet out in front if that works better for you. But try to get a little bit of length through the spine. Shoulders melting down as the tips of the ears lift up. And we'll take some rolls for the head here. So right ear down to right shoulder, rolling that head down to the centre of the chest and back up the other way. Same time, opposite direction and back to centre. Shoulder rolls this time, so squeezing the shoulders forward and up, back and down. Keep the breath flowing, so inhaling up, exhaling down. Get into those creaky shoulder joints. And then interlace your fingers, take the knuckles forward, straighten the arms, bring the heels of the hands together. Sink the tailbone under and take the chin to the chest. Really push through those arms. And then breathe in. Sit up tall, push the palms away, lift the palms up. Ribs in, reach the upper arms back in line with the ears. And then circle those arms back behind you, come to the fingertips, lift the gaze and look up. Head back to neutral, change the cross of the legs. Take the left hand down, you're going to reach up and over with the right arm. Really stretching the length of the body here. Through the centre, up and over the other way. Back to the centre, arms overhead. Take the feet in front, little baby boat pose. So weight back, not on the sit bones, to the tailbone. So sit back a little bit, then lift the chest up, lengthen the spine. You can stay here or lift the tiptoes. Lift the feet a little higher, draw the tummy in. And then feet down. Straighten out the legs, come to what we call staff pose. Activate those feet. And then point and flex, point and flex. Circle the ankles, both directions. And come onto your hands and knees. Shoulder width apart for the hands, hip width for the knees and the ankles. Softening the elbows and lowering the belly down for cow pose. And then pushing through the hands, chin to chest for cat. Breathing in, flowing to cow. Breathing out, rounding the spine to your cat. One more. Inhaling, arching. Exhaling, rounding. And then back to your neutral spine. Tuck the toes under at the back to stretch your feet. Bum back to the heels, reach the arms forward. Really push into those hands with straight arms. And then bring the elbows down. Come down onto the tummy, the Sphinx. So right angle with the elbows here and the shoulders. Push into the tops of the feet, switch on the glutes, lift the chest up. Exhale, hands slide back, toes tuck under, lift back to your tabletop, and then come onto the tops of the feet. So untuck those toes. Extend the right leg behind you, come onto the ball of the right foot, and then sink your weight into that foot. And then cross right leg behind left and bend around to look back at that foot. Come back to the centre, stretch out the left leg, come to the ball of that foot, sink the weight into the ball of the foot, level off the hips, and then left leg crosses over right, looking round at that foot. Back to the centre, and this time onto the balls of both feet for plank. So whole body working here, strong and engaged. Don't drop that chin, chest or tummy. Holding strong for 3, 2, and 1. Then take your knees down from your plank, lift the chest, hug the elbows towards each other so they're parallel, and then lower down. You can hover and hold halfway. Lower to the floor, untuck the toes, hands under shoulders, elbows squeeze to ribs, little baby back bend. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Tuck the toes, push to table, bum to heels and lengthen. Come back up to plank. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, lift the chest, elbows in. Hover and hold halfway, keep the tummy up. Lower down, untuck the toes, baby back bend. Not too much pressure into the hands. Imagine dragging the floor towards you here. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Exhale, forehead to the floor, tuck the toes, lift to table, bum to heels and lengthen. Last round, come through to plank. Shoulders over wrists. Thighs and bum switched on, strong. Holding for 3, 2, for 1. Knees down, squeeze those elbows in. Hover halfway. Lower down to the floor, untuck the toes, baby cobra. Perhaps coming up a little higher this time without contracting that lower back. So keep the glutes and the thighs engaged here. Then exhale down. Push back up, tuck the toes and come to your down dog. So that inverted V shape, lengthening through the arms and looking back towards your feet. Pushing the heels towards the floor, but keeping that little micro bend in the knees at least. And then we'll lift the right leg, keep those hips level, and step the right foot through. Bring the back knee down, and lift up to a low lunge here. Ribs in. Hands down to the floor. Come onto the heel of the right foot, straighten the right leg. On the fingertips here. Long spine. And then if you wish to, you can tuck the toes under at the back and straighten both legs. So drag the right hip towards you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold it forward. You're on the ball of the back foot, the heel of the front foot. Step it back to plank. And then send the hips high for down dog. Lift the left leg this time. Bend that knee, make your transition, step the front foot through. Lift the chest, back knee down, untuck the toes, low lunge position. Hands frame the front foot, straighten out the left leg, come onto the heel, lengthen through the spine. Option here to tuck the back toes and straighten up the back leg. Drag the left hip crease back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften the elbows and fold. Bend that front knee. Step to plank. And then left knee down, spin it around, and we'll come to our gate pose variations here. So reaching up and over. Coming through the centre and reaching over the straight leg. Through the centre back to plank. Hold. Right knee down, spin it around so that shin's parallel. If you had a yoga mat, to the short edge there. Right hand down, reach up and over. Come through the middle, slide that hand down the straight leg. Side bend. Really stretch down the waist there. Back to plank. Lower to the tummy. Knees straight or bent. Elbows hugging in. Smooth and controlled. And then roll onto your back. Setting up for bridge. So feet about hip width apart. Check you can graze the heels with the fingertips. And if you can, then walk your feet a little bit away. Take an inhale. On the exhale, push the back to the floor, push into the feet and lift the hips. Now you're aiming here for a diagonal line of the front body. So you don't want to puff up the chest here. Tailbone down, tummy drawing in. Inner thighs squeezing together. Relax through the face and the shoulders. If you wish to, reach the arms overhead. Come to the backs of the hands. And then release down. Bring the knees towards the chest. Just make some circles with the hips here. Both directions. And then happy baby. So knees wide, thighs either side of the torso. Taking a hold of either the calves, the heels. You can do that on the inside or you can reach around the outside, whatever works for you here. Lower back down, so the base of the spine and the back of the head to the floor, easing open the inner thighs here. And then knees into the chest, arms out wide, palms up, breathe in, breathe out. Keep the knees high, send them to the right. Right hand to the top of the left thigh, head rolling to the left. Head to centre, knees to centre, reset the spine, breathe in, breathe out. Knees high, take them down to the left, left hand to the top of the right thigh, can apply a little bit of pressure there, and then roll the head to the right. Release the joints. Head to centre, knees to centre. You might wish here just to come into sleeping butterfly. Again, a little bit of pressure through the hands to the thighs. And we're not intending now to stay in relaxation. This is meant to be a brief practice to get into all those niggly bits. Free up the body, free up the breath. So maybe take a little rock. And then knees to chest. Let's come up easy. So take an arm overhead, roll to your side, rest the head to the arm, take the other hand in front, extend that top leg and push back to sitting. Finishing with an energizing breath. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Breathe in, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Last time, breathe in, arms up. Palms together. Hands to heart to finish. Thank you so much for joining me. That was your short yoga practice. I hope it did the trick.